there's this interesting thing that's happening when you have these kind of pop culture icons and figures. Partially that they're obviously reading something that was excerpted or scripted, and then so walk me through what it's like to sit down with Busta Rhymes. Are you giving him something, and then just what's that interview process look like? How'd you start off? You could start with Danny Trejo, I suppose.
Well, I mean, okay, they're all different, right? So each situation is completely different depending on what someone's personal connection is to it and so forth. So I think if we had a massive amount of funding and endless time, it would have been great to get each person's story, because it's endless, because every single person that would see the film or be in connection with the film or be on the crew would have a story, and that story would be incredible. So it was really a matter of going, okay, what's the best thing that we can come up with and do together? So with Busta Rhymes, he was like, what are you doing here in my studio, and what are we doing? Because he'd forgotten, even though Christina had emailed him and his assistant and everyone in his family 75,000 times, he didn't know. And so I showed him the first minute of the film. And so he watched it on my phone, and he was very emotional. And because he has family, and he's a huge supporter of Families Against Mandatory Minimums. And he said, okay, what should I do? And I'm like, well, essentially, we're making a 2-hour PSA. So we have these facts for you to say, and then whatever you want to talk about. And I think he did the facts, and he did that stuff, and then he just went off. And so I would say 50% of what you see in the movie is just him doing his thing.
But Matthew has this amazing ability with people where he can sit in a room and instantly connect with someone. And, that's what makes you so great as a filmmaker. And he'll sit with someone and say, okay, I want you to say this. And it's like the first time they say it in a really meaningful way. And with Danny Trejo, we shot him in our basement at our house. We're like, Danny, here the shoot location is at, 5 whatever Plymouth Avenue. There'll be, water and donuts there. And we're like, and you're going to go in the basement. And he sat in our basement because we had like an old 100-year-old home, and it was cement walls and it looked dark. And he sat in the basement for an hour and just ripped through all this stuff with Matthew. And it was really incredible.